guys? How are you? How is the going? This is Wadero Brian, the host of God and People 360. And today we're gonna be talking about so many issues. And I've got something in my hand. It's a book, and it's called uh, "Eating Eating Conflict." The Great Conflict, and I've got someone, as usual, you know him. We're going to be discussing about a lot of issues, but we're going to be centering on this book. Let me give over to him to introduce himself, then we'll move on.
Hello viewers, I'm by the name Haman, and this right here is my counterpart, and we are discussing everything to do about God and the end times,
Yeah,
Bible prophecy.
yeah.
And today we're going to discuss a couple of factors. And as he has already mentioned, this book is one of the things we are going to be talking about. It's also about Bible prophecy and end time.
Yeah.
So welcome aboard, and just relax, and we are going to be discussing a whole lot of issues.
Yeah, before moving on, I would like to appreciate each and everyone who subscribe to our YouTube channel. My friends in the Philippines, my friends in the US, my fellow Ugandans, big up so much. Continue doing that, share, subscribe, and like. Yeah. So today, this book, when I look at the back of it, it's got some little subtitle called "The Great Conflict Between Christ and Satan." So it's kind of intriguing to me, and I would like to know, like, what's up? Because, like, my brother, you read this book. You're human. I'm sure you never read everything, but at least I believe there's something that you got out of this book. So I'd like you to, like, initially kind of like share the little things you got out of this book.
As you can see, the book, the title in itself, is to do with what the Christ and Satan being so much against Christ's followers, because here on earth, as you know, the devil came in to steal,
Kill and destroy.
yeah. So uh, it's highlighting upon the issues that the work of the devil within these past 20 centuries. And my brother, it speaks of Emperor Constantine.
The Roman, was it a Roman? It was a Roman guy, right?
Yeah, who
Yeah.
introduced Sunday law.
Sunday
Actually,
law.
we have to speak a bit about Sunday
What's
law.
Sunday law? What's Sunday law? Like, I've been hearing of that word, like, from so many people. Like, my first time to hear of Sunday law, I heard it from a friend, and he's not so into the spiritual things, but he was speaking of Sunday law, and it was quite intriguing to me, and I was wondering what's Sunday law, because really, like, yeah, maybe you should throw some light onto that, according to, like, what you read in this book.
Sunday law, there is actually secret societies. These secret societies, they are plotting to make Sunday a special day for devil worship. I don't know if you...
Before heading into that, when you speak of that, I quite wonder, because when you read the Bible, they talk of the Sabbath. When you go to the Jews and the Orthodox, I'm not sure about the Orthodox, but Jews, I'm sure they take Saturday to be their Sabbath. But I hear the Pope, I don't know which Pope, changed the what? The Sabbath from Saturday to Sunday. Though me as a Christian, I do not every day is a Sabbath. I don't like take days and all that. But what's up? Like, what do you like? I don't know. What's
Actually,
up with that?
Constantine is the guy who introduced Sunday. Yeah, because I heard that way back then, Sabbath used to be Saturday, but then he came in and changed it to Sunday. And now these guys they are plotting to make Sunday a day, an official day for worshiping. But then instead of worshiping God, it's going to be more about
devil worship.
devil worshiping, and it's going to be enforced on a very large scale. It's going to be global, worldwide. Everyone will be forced to worship.
Like, like when you look at today's world, like how do you think, which mechanism do you think they will use to force the whole world? Because literally speaking, each and every nation has its own laws and principles. It has its own leaders. Now, if I give you an example, when you look at nations like Iran, these are nations that are trying to like oppose the Western powers and all that. So how do you think these people will be able like to convince or force certain nations to like adhere to the Sunday law? Like you personally, if I was speaking, well, it's quite like, I don't know.
Just like it's really hard to explain, but so many things are going to be revealed as into how they are going to be doing it. Though right now I'm not so certain about it, but what I can give you, the brief information I can give you is that it's going to be all about devil worshiping
And the occult.
and the occult. Just like you may see that it's going to be more about preaching
Their gospel, their dark gospel.
Yeah. Like they may tell you go and do certain things which are contrary to the scriptures. You understand?
You know what I believe? As we are speaking, there's something that dropped in my mind.
Yeah.
You know, these people, I believe maybe they will use they like using influential people, they like using influential platforms. Maybe they are going to first spread their gospel through some like highly influential people, like for example artists, like sports, like media. They are going to first sell this idea to the minds of the people before them introducing it, like literally. You getting what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe like, don't you look, aren't you like viewing in the same direction as you?
Yeah, I do actually see that. Yeah, it's going to be more of a culture, like practicing a culture. Like
They're going to make it cool.
Yeah. They tell you to do things that look cool, but yet in actual sense, they are actually really evil. But as you know, there's a way they will do it and try to convince people that actually this, according to the generation we are living in, these are quite cool things. You understand?
Yeah, if you don't do this, then you're not cool.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And, but what I want to tell our viewers is that they should be quite cautious about this Sunday law thing, because it's going to be misleading in quite an immense way. Quite immensely, it's going to be totally evil, and there's going to be nothing godly about it. Understand?
In fact, was it last week? I was watching some videos, and there's some guy. He's a former Illuminati guy. I don't know how he was able to survive, like, because you know they say joining the occult is hard, is easy, but moving out is hard. But this guy said he studied from Harvard, went to Illuminati, but he was able to move out. But he was one of the 7 people in history who've been able to move out of the Illuminati. But literally speaking, he disappeared after giving a certain testimony.
Yes.
He was like, he was in the Illuminati for over 50 years, serving, like literally serving. But along the way, he decided to what? I don't know how he moved out, but it was quite hard, but he moved out, though he disappeared. But he said, these people they have a policy, like they divide the world into like sections. They say this is Africa. They're gonna find somebody who's gonna take over Africa, like representing the Illuminati in Africa. Getting what I'm saying? We're gonna get someone in Russia. We're gonna get someone in North America and South America. So it was like in Russia, it's Putin. It's Putin heading that region right about now.
Yeah.
Then it was like during Obama's time and Clinton's time, those guys used to head North America, and then their rule or their influence used to extend to Southern America, because in South America they were not able to get someone who was like kind of loyal to them, though often they could use Hugo Chavez to do their operations, though he wasn't like so reliable. So I got an insight into that, and I was like, whoa, we look at people making headlines, but we don't have any idea of saying maybe these people could be like in the occult. They look strong men, they look powerful, not knowing that there are people behind them. So I was quite fascinated by that. I was quite fascinated.
Yeah, really. Even me, I kind of got a feeling that Putin could be someone to really watch out for. I kind of get a feeling that Putin might actually be really Antichrist. This guy.
You know, some people say Putin could be Antichrist, but I'm not quite sure about that.
Putin, what do you think about that guy?
Putin, literally speaking, he's not a spiritual person, right?
Yeah, just like most leaders all over the world.
Not a spiritual person. This guy has been, Russia looks to be kind of a developing nation. It's a superpower, right? But I wonder their politics, like Ugandan politics.
Yeah.
Or any other third world country politics.
And
you can't tell me that you can come and rule for 3 times, then you play around with politics and then come back and again stand. And yet you call yourself a superpower. You're Russia, for God's sake.
Their kind of system is kind of unique in a way. It's not really that kind of... you can't tell whether it's a democracy or an autocracy. Whatever it is, man, it's really...
Man, anyway, today's story
is confusing.
Today's story has been kind of like, I hope you've enjoyed. We're not going to speak so much. Time is a factor. We are limited by time, but before signing out, I would like to thank each and everyone who's been on viewing. Don't stop viewing. Keep subscribing, liking, and sharing. And we're gonna be talking about lots of issues next time. And don't forget that we stand for Israel. Jesus is Lord, and we are signing out. Bye bye.